Guys, Notion to Anki people, I'm serious, man. This is real life insurance, guys. Get out, walk the strays. People, come on, you guys can do it. If I can walk up this hilly place, you guys can walk up at least 200 steps, guys. Come on. Maybe if you want to push it, try 600 steps. You can do it. I believe in you.
Here. So the project we're working on is called Notion to Anki. It's a tool which takes input from Notion. Notion is awesome note-taking app which is used by a lot of medicine students and also normal people or not only students. So it looks nice, easy to use, very fast, and I love it. And what Notion to Anki does is reads output from Notion, and right now we only support the HTML format, and then it exports a file that can be imported into Anki. And Anki is amazing. It's a life-changing tool. It can really change your life forever if you use it right. And it's it's amazing. So it's basically a space repetition tool. It's remembering. Yeah, normal people. So remembering, not remembering. And so actually medicine students, I've been learning about them in the last few months. And I have to say, man, they are really some really good people, and they actually do a lot of not normal things. Like they don't. I'm not saying anything bad. That's not what I'm saying. So if you're a med student, please don't take this personal. I'm just saying that some of you are really power users of certain tools, and you're not shying away from tech, and I think it's pretty cool. I've been learning a lot of things from med students in the last few months, and it's been very enlightening. So I'm happy to serve you with my tool, Notion to Anki. I hope it saves you time. Students all around the world have been sending me emails, and they've been telling me that I've been saving them hours. Instead of spending time copy-pasting things between Notion and Anki, they can now just upload their file, and then within like 10 seconds or something like that, they have their new flashcards. So that's the pitch. And in case you're wondering, my name is Alexander, and this is my Twitch. So let's get back to code, because that's what we're going to do here. We're going to be writing code, and I'm sorry, mobile. I'm really sorry. I know the white background here is strong, but I need the light. Can you see the green screen things? Oh, this is weird. I can see the outline. Anyways, so I need the white theme, so I can actually see my face in the camera. You know, that's yeah, my issue with the cameras. At least if you're dark-skinned, they have issues seeing you. And the light here, this room, the lighting here is not really that great. So, how are you doing, mobile? Is the screen too bright for your eyes? Are you crying right now? Mm, yeah, that's the way of life right now. Maybe you can turn your computer's brightness lower. Mm. So how is the mic actually? I forgot to ask you for a mic test earlier. You haven't said anything about it, so I'm assuming it's good. What's TM? Okay, so here is what we're doing now. Let me explain this to you, mobile. So the thing is that Notion to Anki currently uses a JavaScript library called Anki APKG export, but it doesn't support cloze. So I've started working on using something called genAnki, which is a Python module, which actually does add support. But the issue with the Python module is that it's written in Python, and most of our code is written in JavaScript. So, I mean in Imba, which compiles down to JavaScript and runs in the browser, right? So that's the gist of it. We need to bridge these two, and there are also some. I see. You know, actually, you can trademark. Yeah, you can trademark that name. I heard I don't know what her name is. I think someone tried to trademark Taco Tuesday. Let me find a link for that. I think I read that somewhere. Taco Tuesday trademark. Yeah, here it is, man. LeBron James. He tried to trademark that. I don't know why you would do that, but that's what he did. There's the link, you can check it out. Yeah. Mm. So, did let's get back to the problem mobile. So did you get it? So the issue is that we have some code here on the Python land which needs to run, and right now I've been thinking maybe we should do it via the command line, but I'm gonna try just for fun. I want to try some bridging stuff. So I think there is, if we look back in npm, right, there is should be some library we can use, Python bridging. No. So I just want it, on the Express side, I want to run some Python code from JavaScript, because JavaScript is handling the HTTP request, right? The request comes in, Express receives the request, and then it sends a zip file back. So I want to do something before we send it in Python, and then I want Node to send back the file that's produced from Python. So that's why we need to run some code. Yeah, should we? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think that's better than using something like this? I'm just discussing. I want to hear your opinion. I'm not like the easiest approach is to spawn. Yeah, I know. Yeah, let me find that link you just sent. So that's the easiest. Okay, so but how would you deal with temporary files and stuff like that, and file cleanup and things like that? Because the command will produce. So what I'm worried about with the child process is that I really have to be careful with the file names and everything. So I have to sanitize all of the input, and yeah, I just have to double check everything. But you're right. This is how we're gonna do it. And actually, I've written code for that. So if we go back here, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So the idea is to make the the file in Python and then print it out here. Can you see line 22 here? Yeah, because that's going to return the file name. Let me show it to you. So here it runs. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm in the wrong directory. Yeah, I think that's the best approach right now, because what? The server is not running, so I need to run the server, right? And then I need to upload the file so it can. What is going on here? Oh yeah, I think I know what the issue is. The problem is that I'm stubbing out some code. Okay, so let's finish the code stubbing then. Before we move on to anything else, I started writing some code yesterday that was actually really buggy. I just pushed it to GitHub. I didn't look at it even. It's on a separate branch, so it doesn't really matter for me. So let's close this down, and I'm just gonna move this to the right side. How's the font size, mobile? Can you read the text? Is it readable? Def add card. Okay, so we need to clean up this here. Great. So I tried to design this custom exporter, which is using the yeah. So it's using the It's going to end up using the Python thing. It's not using it right now. This way we can save a lot of time on the code. So let me see if it's compiling now. It seems to be compiling. Cool. So let's look at it. So here is actually the save stuff. Let's look at the add media. We should actually. So before we do that thing, mobile, we need to figure out. Yeah. We need to figure out how we can create a temporary directory for the user. So, we can't do it in JavaScript because there is compatibility issues. If I do it in JavaScript, it's gonna increase a lot of the testing I have to do, and I don't have that much time. And the problem is that some students already have exams, so I can't really change it too much up. So I have to be backwards compatible. So if I do it in JavaScript, then I can introduce regressions. If I offload this to the Python module, then I can reduce the bugs. That's the rationality behind this. That's why I'm setting up. If you look here, we have a default Anki export, which is the one that should work, and then we have a custom export. So the people who don't use the new cloze features are not going to need it. Yeah, so let's look at the node documentation. I think I was looking at this 2 days ago or something. So we can use this. Oh, this is not the node docs. Let me see. I'm just gonna figure out where the link is. I think it's here. So this is the mkd temp. Have you tried this function before? The one thing I don't like is it's using callbacks here, so that's kind of ugly. Let's look online JS REPL. So we should definitely try to experiment a lot here because we don't want to run this. Running the server and everything is really heavy. Yeah. Let me just try this out and then I'll try the link you sent. OS equals to require OS. I think that's what the example said. Let's attempt it like that. It should work. Yeah, so I think this approach works fine. But let me check out your link mobile. Yeah, so but we still have to I agree it works too. But like how do we handle conflicts? Let's say that temp dir let's do a combination of both of them. So let me clean this up. I like having Christmas trees. So reverse Christmas trees always look nice here. So is that the npm module or something? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's add it. Cool, thanks mobile. Let's try that one and then see how it works. Check out what? Okay, let me check it out. Okay, so let's say we have 200 users who are using it, okay? Whoa! Yeah, man, let's use this. This is awesome. Thanks, mobile. This is really good. Like, this is actually pretty safe. Do you know if it can generate valid integers too? Can it also generate valid integers? Because this is for the directory, but we also need integers for the IDs on some certain cases. So this is not a valid integer, is it? No. It would be nice if we had something for valid integers also, but this works for the file system stuff, so that's amazing, thanks. So let's copy that, and then I'll show it later. It makes sense when you see what I'm thinking about. So let's look at the custom exporter. So in the case of the custom exporter, the user has told us they want to use cloze. So we need to create a new workspace. We're going to call it that. And let's just paste in that and then come back to it later. So we need to fix up the imports. And again, I prefer Christmas imports. So yeah, but we need guarantees. I need to be guaranteed that it can't have a conflict. So just changing it random is not going to work for me, because the problem is that people are going to store these files for many years. Who knows how long. Or there. Nano ID. And then we're going to say, oh yeah, actually we need OS. Yeah, we do have the OS there. So I was going to say const user wait unique ID equals to nano ID, right? And then we're gonna path.join and then os.temp dir. Yeah, let me just write this down. Was it lowercase or was it uppercase? I don't remember. Let me check. Okay, cool. But are you sure it doesn't work? I'm curious. We always have to try this stuff out. Okay, and then how about os.temp? Both work actually. Okay, cool. Then I'll use the lowercase. Thanks. So here is the unique ID. Now we have a workspace. Cool. So we can remove that. And we need to create the directory, right? So I think there is a function for that. Let me take a look. So I'm just going to copy something from the node documentation here. There. So fs.make dir sync, and we're going to create our workspace. Right? And now we just need to update the constructor. So let's look at Custom exporter takes in the deck, and where's the CSS coming from? Oh yeah, let's just deck.style equals to CSS, like this, and then instead of passing in the CSS this way, let's just pass in the workspace, and then we remove that one. Yes, but the problem is that we don't store files in Ocean to Anki, so everything is going to be deleted. This is a feature in Notion to Anki. We respect your privacy. Nothing is stored. So actually, I was even reluctant to add this file system stuff. It's like, let me show it to you, mobile, how crazy this stuff is. Like, this is how crazy it is. We're doing everything in memory. Do you see here? Everything is happening in memory. Like, when you upload a file and manipulating the zip files and everything, all of the stuff is happening in memory on the server. So I'm kind of surprised it hasn't crashed so many times. It's only crashed like 2 or 3 times when some users have been uploading really large files. But I know it sounds weird, but yes, yes. You get me, mobile. I don't want to deal with Postgres. Like seriously, I have better things to do. Like I don't want to sit there on my free time with Postgres crap. Fuck it, man. Yeah, sorry. I mean, no, I'm not gonna spend time on that. So yes, that's why we're doing everything in memory, because we don't want to configure database names, passwords, and all of that crap. We just want it to work. Just work. Even this file system stuff is really annoying me, to be honest. It's like ridiculous. Like, yeah, whatever. So let's change temp there to workspace, and we're gonna use the workspace here. Actually, let's use explicit self workspace, and I want it to look really nice. Right. Workspace equals to workspace, and let's add the prop. Actually, let's add the prop right here. So the idea is to maybe have like I'm not sure, like maybe 1 minute or something to, or maybe 15 minutes to give the user a chance to upload, to get the file in case he has a slow network, and then after 15 minutes it gets deleted. So if you have any ideas on how I can do that in on Linux, just give it automatically delete, because we don't want to delete the files that are already used. But what I'm thinking, let me show you something. If you look at the server where the request is handled, right? So here is the post. The user sends us all the stuff. We get the zip file, we create stuff, and then here we could schedule deletion, right, or something, right? What do you think? Yeah, that sounds interesting. So if it's a small zip, I don't know. If I do something like that, then I have to update the privacy policy and tell people about it. It's an interesting idea. I like it, but I have to ask people and hear what they think. So at least it's a very good point. I'm gonna check that out later. So here we have, if we go back to the exporter, our custom exporter should work now. We still have to implement this, the save feature, and I think, yeah, privacy, man, privacy, or database, you know, wink, wink, privacy. So here is where we need to do the exec stuff, and I didn't show it to you earlier, but here is actually we have the run command stuff, so we can use that. It returns a promise and then does everything, right? So we even have an example, so we can copy this over and then change it up. So let's go here and let's see. So here it says run command options promise new. So it returns a promise. It spawns the command. It logs all of the. Oh, this is a problem. We can't log it. We need it to preserve it. So because what it does here, it's returning the exit code, but we don't want the exit code. We want the output. So const output equals to there. Yeah, let me just write this bits and then I'll check out the link. So, by the way, have you noticed this exclamation mark? It's a new syntax change in IMBA. So you no longer have to write that. You can write like this. So, my cool func, which doesn't return anything and take any arguments. Cool, that rhymes. So the data, the errors, we're just gonna log. We don't want to handle those. So here we're gonna say output plus equals to data.string. Yeah. Void functions. No, I mean functions which take no argument. Yes. So void means nothing, right? Returning nothing. But so toString doesn't take any argument normally, right? So it has an exclamation mark. It was kind of, I was confused about it, but I liked it after trying it out. Yeah, same. So run, and then the options. So here we can say const. Yeah, what are we gonna call this? Yeah, I have to think here. This code is a little bit confusing. So what we want here is the let me look how we're using it somewhere else and then copy the variable name. Yeah, let's call it zip. I don't have any good name, sorry. Zip is equal to await, and then we're gonna run, and we're gonna pass it in. Yeah, so const. Yeah, zip. It's short and sweet. So I wonder where Python is actually. Where is Python? Which Python? It's probably in user bin. So we need to verify that. So the first argument is going to be Python and then args. So we'll create a new array, args, and then we'll pass in everything. So this is the kind of the weird things we get into. It's the arguments. The order of the arguments do matter. So here we should rename this to, instead of calling this test cloze, we'll rename it to create cloze. And here we can copy all of the things. And then if we go back to, where's the JavaScript land? I mean IMBA. Here we can just paste this in and then figure out. So the first thing is the data file. I see, no, I see, I get what you're asking. Let me show it to you. Okay, let me show you what cloze is. Can you see my Anki screen now? Do you see my screen, mobile? The Anki? Yeah, is the text readable? Cool. So let me create a deck, and we're gonna create a new deck. Okay, so it could be bigger. I don't know, how do I make this bigger? No, I want to know how to do it. There's a plugin for it. I'm going to install a plugin. Okay. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of weird stuff in the Anki ecosystem. Okay, so I'm going to try to set it to 26. Is it more readable now? Let me restart it. How about now? Is it more readable? Does it work? You want me to increase it? Fantastic, mobile. Let's go continue. So let's create a new deck and let's call this Scandinavian countries, right? You can see that, right? We have a deck called Scandinavian countries. You see that? Cool. So inside of here, you can create cards. And it's not showing the whole... why is it not showing everything? This is weird. Yeah, it's the Twitch Studio thing is not showing everything. Can you see it now? Right. This is yeah. There. Do you see it now? So the thing is that you create cards, right? And there's a basic card which has this, like where we say, let's use emoji. Let's see. If I put this, right? It doesn't work. Okay, let me try again. There, do you see now the Norway emoji? And then you write Norway on the back. So it's a flashcard, right? And I can create the other ones. Can you see it? Cool. You have to keep letting me know when you see, because I'm using the Twitch Studio for just a while now. I don't know what I'm doing. So here is Sweden, right? I've created flashcards. And then let's add one more. And we're going to add Denmark. So it's in Scandinavia. Oh, right. Add there. So let me make sure we have the right window. Can you see this window now? Scandinavian countries. Cool. So I'm going to hit study, and then it's going to show me the emoji. And then I have to figure out which country is this, and then I'll say, okay, it's Norway, and I'm going to say how good I remember it. No, I didn't forget. The example was on purpose. So you understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going to say again, this is Sweden, so I'm going to say good. And then this is Denmark, and I'm going to say again. And this is Norway, so good. Denmark, good. Do you see? So we have entered some cards, right? Let me show you now. That's the basic feature set of Anki. So what we can do now is we can take a look at another type of card in Anki. And that type of card is called cloze, right? So that's what I'm working on. Can you see the card view now? Do you see it, mobile? Cool. So I'm gonna change this to cloze, and you can see it only says one field, text. Can you see that? Just text. So I'm gonna write a question here, or I'm gonna write a statement. The capital of Denmark is Copenhagen. Okay, you see that? That's the statement, right? But how do you create a flashcard from this? This is just one thing. So what you can do is you can hit a part of the text, and then you can click this. Can you see this 3 dot here? Yeah. So you hit this part, and then it creates this curly brackets, C1, Copenhagen. And then you can also do that on more parts of the text. And I'm going to close that now. And what do you think is going to happen when I do that now, after this? Yeah, so I'm going to hit add. And then I'm going to close that. And then you can see it created. Do you see the blue thing? That's a close deletion, right? It saves time on input. So you don't need to create a lot of flashcards. So if I hit enter now, the capital of Denmark is, I don't remember, and then it's going to say Copenhagen. No, it's not the same. Close deletion is going to delete parts of the text, so it's going to help you memorize better. Like, instead of seeing a simple front and back, you can delete certain parts, so it's very powerful for remembering facts, breaking down paragraphs of text, breaking down lots of information to smaller chunks, and yeah, this is powerful, man. It's yeah, it's amazing. I look forward to supporting it. So that's it. I hope the explanation was good, Mobile. I don't know how poorly I explained it to you, so I tried my best. So one thing we need to do is we need to make sure that this JSON file is saved at the correct place. So the workspace currently is here, but we don't want it to be there, so we want to change it. So it's going to be an argument, workspace. So setup exporter, we're going to put that here, and then workspace. No, that's the thing. That's the thing, Mobile. Let me show you what we're gonna do. I'll show you. This, we have been researching this, man. You have been on the Slack, haven't you? No, I mean the Discord. You've been there and you've seen what we've been talking about. So, we have been researching this. We have been talking about it for so long. Like, we have decided what we're gonna do. And Abi is the one who has really been improving on the proposals and been helping out a lot, and he's probably the person who has come up with how we're gonna do it in the UI. So do you see? Can you see this part now, Mobile? Let me zoom in for you, my friend. So in Notion and in Markdown you have code blocks. You're familiar with them, code blocks, right? Right? The thing is that they have a special meaning for us programmers. But for normal people, medicine students and all around the world, everyone else, code blocks mean absolutely nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the meaning of code blocks. We're going to use that as cloze. Exactly. And you know, the amazing thing with that is that it's one keyboard shortcut for normal people. So I'm so happy Abhi proposed this, because this is actually a really good idea. It works. So let's do the same question. So what is the capital of Denmark? Or the capital of Denmark is Odense, or whatever you called it. And then with one shortcut, you have made it a code block, and we can, You see how simple this is? I'm telling you, man, this is going to change people's lives. I look forward to shipping this. So let's get back to the code. So here we have our workspace, and we need to do something. We need to here we need to payload info is going to be path.join, and we're going to use the workspace, and we're going to, so this is the JSON file which is communicating between the Python and the JavaScript. So we're just going to call this let's just call it the deck info.json, like that. And there. So yeah, I need to drink some water. I'm so happy you're here, Moba. This would have not been so fast if you weren't here. It would have taken me hours all alone. So here we're writing out the file. So that's good. Let's see. Payload info. Yeah. Let me know if you see anything weird. Let's see. So what was something? What was that? Yeah, so we can assume that the data file is inside of the workspace. So path.join workspace. Oh wait, workspace, and then what was it? Was it deck info or something? Yeah, so deck info.json is going to be the path. So self.workspace, and then deck info. Yeah, that's the data file. And then we also need the deck name, and I think that's actually the argument, the deck name here. Do we need commas? Are you sure we need commas? Let's check it out in the inbound documentation. I don't remember. I just write the code. I don't remember, man. I've stopped remembering these kinds of things. Just have to check it out in the documentation. So where is the array docs? Let's actually try it in the playground here and just check what happens. Data. Yeah, let's call it data. Const data is equal to 1, 2, 3, and then see. Looks like it doesn't work. Actually, I'm not sure if we do need it, so let's see. Maybe in the introduction or literal types. So here's the array. No, we don't need it. Commas are optional. Can you see that, MOBA? Commas are optional when array elements are separated by line breaks. No need, man, no need. We don't need that. Yeah, it's... Let me check out the links you sent earlier, by the way, I forgot them. So this is the love tab, but what is the love tab? What does it do? A browser extension keeps track of its 11 books. Oh, that's sweet. I like that. That's cool. It's very nice. Funny, funny. Yeah, that was some energy. So, cool. Let's see. So we have the deck name. And we have our JavaScript file. Now we need the ID. So, yeah, we have to figure out how we're going to do that. Let's get back to it. We're just gonna say 2020 for now to do big unique ID. What? Let me check. Maybe I missed it. Is it this one? Oh yeah. I can't see any timestamp. Like, can you just repost it, man, please? I don't know what you sent. Sorry. Can't remember. There is no timestamp here in the chat. Is it this one? Okay, cool. Let's see. Oh, yeah, feels good. Feels good. Ah, nice. I see. So, if we open up, yeah, let's try that in the browser now. Parse int. You mean like 0x? Yeah, but that's a floating point now. That it seems kind of funky, man. I'm not sure because the ID has to be a valid SQLite integer. It has to be a valid SQLite integer. I forgot to say that, my bad. So, nice. This one is nice. I like this one. Where are you coming up with these kinds of stuff, man? I like it. This is good. This works. Yeah, this is what we want. And let's pray that it doesn't have a conflict with the other stuff. So, let's just put it here. So what do you think about... sorry, it's a Twitch studio thing, man. I'm learning. Thank you for letting me know. So what do you think about snake case and the other stuff? I'm considering changing over to snake case. I've been reading some Python code recently and it looks so nice. So how would we just use would it be nano id.generate like this? Is that what you're saying? We already have it imported here. Yeah, okay, then I'll do that. It's confusing with the implicit self stuff, man. We've been doing a lot of stuff. Or is it a function? What do you think? Is it like this? I have to test this, man. I don't know. I need to make sure it works before we... Doesn't look like it works. No ID. Maybe I'm missing something. No, it's undefined mobile. So we need to import it again. It's a separate code path. What was the example you sent? Ah! Okay, I see. Oh, I see. Thanks for clarifying. Like, I got confused there. No? Wait. Why is it giving me an error mobile? So I hope it's not the CommonJS and ECMAScript modules stuff, because that's a huge mess for me. Yeah. So we'll have to get back to the generate later. For now, we'll just have to do something simple. So let's do something simple for now. Here is the issue. Don't you see it? No, not this. Sorry. Because it has to be a valid integer. Nano ID is not generating valid integers, is it? Let me try again. Nano ID, right? Hmm. Sure. I think I'm starting to understand nano ID now. Yeah, so this is yeah, I see. Let's try using it in Imbaland. What was it again? Yeah, so in Imba it does work, so that's fine. Let me try to generate. No, that one doesn't work. Okay, so we can get back to that one, I think. Let's take a look at how they're doing it here. So import SHA-1. Or actually, yeah, we'll get back to it. I don't want to spend any more time on that just now. To fix this. So there, that's the deck ID, and then fs.write file. We're also going to write the CSS file. Just thinking, deck.style, I think that's the name. And there, and let's see. So there's going to be some code duplication, but we can fix that later. Deck style. And of course, I have no idea what I'm doing. Deck style. Yeah, that looks right. Let's double check that in the exporter. Oh, that's looks tight, mobile. We have to try that out. Let me just check something in the setup exporter first. So we're reading in the deck.style. I can use it in the node here locally. I just wanna deck.style equals to CSS. Yeah, okay, so that means in the save here, def save, it's gonna be path join self.workspace. I think that's it. I really think this is it. And then let's see, fs read file sync and the zip file. We're just going to return it, right? And if this works like I expect it to do, then here it reads in the zip, it returns the zip file, and yeah, this might work, mobile. Let's try your example with I have to find it in the chat. There was something. Yeah, I have to import Nano first. And I found out that it's actually I have to do it this way. It's let's see. Uh, Nano ID. Just gonna check it works first. Okay, so Nano is there. So what you're doing is you're passing in Nano ID and then the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, right? And then 21. So I think that maybe the function order is wrong. Is it maybe like this? 21. So we still need to fix the deck ID, and we're gonna fix it, but let's start staging some of this stuff so we don't need to remember it. And there's one more thing we have to do with regards to the, what's it called, the save function. And that is, we have to figure out where it is, the script. So, so the script we're looking for is, it's the create cloze script, right? We have to run it with all of these arguments, but we need to know where it is in the file system. So either we use this full path or we could install it to somewhere, but we have to pick some approach. So let me open up the link you just sent with the, we still need to fix the deck ID, which, yeah, but like full path, yeah, so yeah, the absolute path, that's what you're meaning. Yeah, okay, yeah, we can use the absolute path. That works too. Yeah, let's go for absolute. So we'll fix, let me write a to-do note for that. So there, and let's get back here. No, I don't know to do plus. Is it good? I can check it out. Let me check that one out and then take a short break. I really need to get coffee. I've been delaying drinking coffee for I don't know how long now, maybe 3 hours or something. I write a lot of to-do notes, so maybe it works for me. And how many users did it have? I didn't check that. 127,000, that's a lot, yeah. Cool. So I'm gonna take a short break, about 5-10 minutes, cook up some coffee, and then I'll be back. So please keep cheering on, and then we're gonna get this cloze support done. People are gonna be happy. So if I got some coffee, fortunately. Hey mobile, so this is the first cup for today. Feels good. I have to drink this coffee slowly and then enjoy it because I have to admit I'm really tired. So I'm probably gonna take a power nap in an hour or something. So if you're watching the stream for the first time, welcome. My name is Alexander, and here we make tools to help medicine students all around the world. So we're making a tool called Notion to Anki, which is saving students hours. And this is not something I'm telling you, this is something they have told me. So here you can read on the website says it's here, stop wasting your time. Instead of copy pasting or typing in for hours and hours, let Notion to Anki do it in 10 seconds. So if you don't know, Notion is an amazing tool for taking notes. Amazing, super easy to use, and it's free of cost. You don't pay 1 penny, no pennies. So very easy to use, nice note-taking app with a template-based system, databases and advanced blocks, lots of cool things. And students use it. They love it, it works, and they put all of their notes in there. But the problem they have is that going from notes or Notion to Anki is a really painful process. And what is Anki? Well, Anki is an amazing note-taking, Anki is an amazing space repetition tool. And it's a remembering tool. It helps you remember stuff over time. It fights the forgetting curve and actively helps you with improving your recall and lots of other good memory related things. So medicine students care about this because they take tests or exams and they need to pass them and they need to learn a lot of things in a short amount of time across certain years or whatever. So yeah, oh, there's Guillem. Cool to see him on Google. Anyways, that's what we're doing on the stream, and yeah, mobile here is helping me code this stuff because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I'm just typing in random stuff, and didn't mention it earlier, but we're using the amazing programming language Imba, made in Norway. Actually, yeah, it is made in Norway. So fortunate enough to work in the same company as the creator of the language, so that's pretty cool. So that's what the syntax you see. It's not Ruby, guys, it's Imba. It compiles down to JavaScript. So let's get back to the code and figure out how to get this ready, because we need to connect this to the local server. So mobile was suggesting using an absolute path, and that's definitely what we should do. So here we can see the arguments we pass into the Python command. So how are we going to do this? Because we need to know where we are. So if we go vim source server parser, right? And create a JS file in here. If we console log the dir name like that, yeah. So we should, I think we need a mix mobile. We need a mix of the relative path and the absolute path, because we need to know where we are relative to, and then get the absolute path to the, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Let me write the code and show you what I mean. So const cloze, let's call this cc script, and cc script is going to be path join, and we're going to take the dir name, so like this. I know this is ugly, but I don't mind doing it, because it's going to save time on testing. I don't want to run this 100 times. So do you see now? And then we can get the absolute path. So it's going to be relative and then absolute. There. And so if you see, I can show you. We have to. We want to save time on testing. Testing is really the most. That's what takes a huge chunk of time. So it's ridiculous how long it takes to make sure stuff actually works. So const path equals to require path. Cool. So there's the path. You see that? That's the absolute path now. Cool. So that works. So then we can pass in the cc script here, and that should be everything really. So let's actually move everything out. Deck info Thanks, Mobile. Thank you for cheering me on, man. It would have taken forever doing this all alone. But fortunately, you're here. You got my back. Textile. So let's review the code together and then see if there's anything missing. Because there's a to-do plus app here. We can use that as our guide. So schedule deletion we can do later. We don't need to deal with that now. We just need to figure out, is this stuff actually working? Add support. This is an old issue. And actually, let's create issues for all of this. Yeah, let's do that, Mobile. Clean up the... no, I haven't tried Espansa. What is that? Is that like a newly created language or something? I've heard about different kinds of languages. No. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, I use Mac OS has this built in. You can write. I use it for emoji. You can create your own. Yeah. This is built in Mac OS. There's a settings page where you can do it. I think I've looked at this before. You sent it a while back. It's interesting. I have to check it out. But I haven't gotten around to try it yet. Yeah, I think you sent it like 4 or maybe 7 months ago or something. But there is something I wanted to do. Yeah, let's go on GitHub and create issues. So I'm going to move some of the to-do items to issues. And let me just do something quickly here. Git speak. I'm going to try something in... Yeah, macOS has built-in support for text replacement, basically. Oh yeah, we can... that's a good idea, yeah. Let me just do one quick thing here, then we can fix that. Let's see. Can you see my Git speak now? No, you're not stressing me, Mobile. I really enjoy it. You're reminding me. That's why we were checking the to-do items, so we don't forget these important things. But I want to actually move some stuff over. So I'm thinking we should clean up the to-do list while we're at it, right? Would be nice to have this option. It is also related to subjects. Mobile, do you use Notion at all, or why not? It's a revolutionary tool. Yeah. I love it, man. It's awesome. It's really nice. So think we already have this in place. Yeah, I see. It's README and Kanban boards are more simpler. This is a bug we need to fix. I've found the issue where sometimes the parsing here is not working as expected, but we don't need to look at that right now. We can fix that later. Read user settings for this close. This is important. We need to fix that too. We can get back to it. Yeah. Review styling issues on backgrounds. And that was something I wanted to do. Let me actually check. I changed the Discord server to have a notifications channel, so I don't know if it's working. Let me check. It seems to be working, right? Notifications just go there. So this way, people who don't want to hear everything, they can mute it. And so here is the issue you're talking about. Yeah. This has been resolved. Oh, this is a nasty bug. I need to fix that. So let me add a comment here for this. Yeah, let's get back to the code. Actually, let me turn off this. So I tried to go through some of the to-do items and looking good. Let's try to fix what you pointed out earlier. So you did mention the alphabet, but the issue there is we have to get it working with our Node.js stuff first. So custom alphabet, okay? Yeah, this could work. Let's go back to VS Code and take a look at it. So we had what was it again? Let me just add this file: source canonki create close. That one we want. I think everything else we can ignore there, and let's paste this in. And actually, let's console log this. There, and delete that. Did you know in Vim you can open up terminals like this, vert term, or like this, term? I just learned that actually this year. I was so happy to see that it works. Yarn run imba x.imba with x.imba and a node. Yeah, I think so too. Oh yeah, amazing mobile. This looks really nice. This looks nice. We have to try this out in the version we're gonna test. So let's get back to the deck parser, and we're gonna in nano ID. Yeah, but if we remove the letters, then we need a bigger number, right? this. Okay, let's check the Anki manual, because I don't know what the requirements for the ID is. So we should make sure. It's the SQLite database. There's probably an upper limit. So we should try to stay deck ID. Let's see. I think there is a guy called Arthur who has documented Anki. Let's search up his name on GitHub. Maybe we can find something. So he's a contributor to the Anki project. Let me check a look at the link. Okay, let me try that. So the whole oh, whatever, man. Let's see what's happening. So this is the link. Yeah, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the upper bound of integer, the field, the table field. I mean the column in the table. What you're talking about, their number of rows. That's not what we're talking about. Yeah, I see, but no, I'm not blaming you, mobile. I'm just trying to understand. So, so 64 then. That's huge. Okay, this is more than enough. I like it. So 32 is more than enough. Don't you think so too? Oh, what happened with my background? It's kind of weird. Can you see me now, mobile, in the middle of the screen? Okay, I think it's okay now. Cool. Still learning. I'm back to my corner. So yeah, this is amazing, mobile. I think we got it. I think we nailed it now. We haven't. We have just been writing code. Nobody knows if this stuff even works, but I think we nailed it. So we have to implement the generate function now. So we can do what you proposed, and we're just gonna, yeah, let's just use the copy command. So cat and then pb copy, and then just paste it in here, and then move a little bit at a time. There's not going to be a conflict between the nano ID and the custom alphabet, right? Okay, cool. So we go back to our generate, we paste it in again, and we're just gonna we'll just call it nid, and then just call this nid2. Nid. Yeah, we have a name conflict with nano ID. I think it's gonna work in Imba, but nano ID. So this should work. There's absolutely no reason why this should not work. So I have no idea if this works. We'll have to try and see. Let's console log this. Console.log run command, and actually let's just run arguments. It's gonna log it all. Okay, the time has come. The moment of truth has come, mobile. Does this code even work? Let's first compile it. Let's see if it compiles. We have to see if this compiles. I have no idea if it compiles. There. Okay, it does not compile. So unexpected CSS. Let's figure out where that is. Why doesn't that compile? Line 160 deck.style. Do you see something obvious, mobile? I don't see what could be wrong here. The variable const is defined. It's defined there. Deck style equals to CSS. Could it be that we're manipulating a function argument? Let's change this up a little bit. Take this and then just do it here. Because SQLite is gonna break. You know, let me show. I can explain it. Just let's actually. There is a very good reason why we're doing it. I will show it to you. Very good reason. You're gonna. So if you see the artifacts directory or .html, the problem is that SQLite does not like twee emoji. That's essentially what's going on. You see this? SQLite will not allow us to create rows where these quotes are not being properly escaped, and I have no idea how to fix that because I don't know the SQL.js library stuff. Because the weird thing even is, or it's not weird, it's actually pretty cool. It's SQL.js is let me see if we can find it. Compiles down the C code to JavaScript. That's what it does. So it's actually pretty cool. But there's some bug somewhere in there. I think either in the SQL.js thing or in the library we are using that uses it. So we need to essentially fix all of these single quotes in the font families. And that's where the problem is. It's in the font families, right? So, yeah. That's why we're doing this. It's because it essentially means the same thing in CSS, right? Single quote, double quote, who cares? Or do you know of a case mobile where single quote and double quote don't mean the same thing in CSS? Yeah, I think so too. So here we have the workspace. So we're just going to write the CSS. And let's not always write the CSS. We only want to write the CSS in the case of the cloze stuff. And let's also do that with the other one. So file sync, where is it? If is cloze. There, that's the only time we want to do that. Yeah, the moment of truth has come, mobile. Does this even compile? And it compiles, amazing. Now we're gonna run this thing. We're gonna run this mobile. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. Please drum roll, thank you. Yarn dev server. The moment of truth has come. It's not crashing. So what we need to do now is we need to go to localhost on port 2020. Here is the version running locally. And by default right now, cloze support is enabled. So let me just quickly head on over to Notion and get our cloze support. We export it, right? I don't know if you can see this. Like on the right hand side, you export it, you pick the HTML, that's what the payload we need. Exporting the zip, and then we are going to upload the zip file and then git convert. Oh snap! Oh snap! The status code, the parameter. So we need to review all of the path arguments. Let's get back to the code and review absolutely all of them. And if we look at VS Code, it actually did find stuff. Capital of Denmark is Odense. Okay, let me stop the server and let's close that up. We'll close everything up and close that up. And we're gonna look at all of the path inside of here. Path. And we're gonna start at the top. What do you mean dev build? Yarn dev build server thing is just a script in the package JSON. Did it say any line number in the error message? I couldn't like see. This is some... yeah. Let's compile it to JavaScript and then look at it. So 903. Oh, I don't think that's it. I think there's some bug. Let's try using the JavaScript output. I'm just going to compile it again and then we'll look at the JavaScript compiled output. Try to figure out what is going on. So I think it was line 328 in JavaScript. Let's see, 328. Here it is. It's the unique ID stuff. Okay, let's unique. Oops. Just wait a little bit. Do you see anything weird here? Okay, let me jump to what you're talking about in a moment. I just want to double check this looks right. We're not using the ID. Where is the ID used now? Yeah, well, where is this ID being passed? I don't understand it. Ah, I see. That's the bug. The bug is that we're not setting the unique ID, or at least that's one of the bug. So let's actually inline it like this. It looks nicer. So I think that should be the issue we saw. Maybe there's more issues. We'll see. So let's run the Express server again, or compile this, and then remove all of the JavaScript code there, and stage this, and yarn dev server. And actually, I forgot it, guys. I have to take my medicine soon. I have some allergy medicine I really need to take. I can take them soon, but let's refresh, hit the upload again. I'm starting to feel the effects of my allergies right now. Nano ID is not a function. Okay, so what does this mean? Come on. To be honest, mobile, the issue is that I don't really know all of my allergies. I have like a big table. It's not one thing. It's various percentages, but August is really the worst month in Norway. July, August, at the end of that's the worst. But it's the pollen from the, I think it's from the trees, and also from the yeah, it's basically the trees. Some trees are worse than other trees. Some trees like can be. It's like if I don't take my meds, I'm gonna get really sick. Yeah, I think it's the same. It's one of them. It's yeah. You can. There is actually a. I'm considering becoming a member in a pollen association, not the country, but the allergy. You can become a member and get more information about stuff. So what is going on? Nano ID, Nano ID, Nano ID. So I think we're missing something. Let's actually try running this manually. We'll delete all this and then just paste this in. And console.log nano ID. Let's see. Yeah, I'll try your suggestion, mobile. Yeah, we can reproduce this. Yeah, I see what it's just there. What kind of allergies do you have, mobile? Let's see. And let's go back to the browser now and then see if this works again. Oh, this is a good sign, mobile. This is a really good sign. Okay. This is a good sign. Oh my god. Oh, that sucks. One of my siblings has the same problem with their cat. It's actually funny. looking at it, or also sad too, like first petting the cat and then suddenly you start sneezing and coughing and sneezing and coughing. Oh, yeah. So we have an issue with the file system stuff. I don't know what this is. I don't. Yeah, I agree. The allergy stuff, like, you know, yeah, but we are creating the directory. Yeah, let me check out your link. Let's see. Where's Firefox? Yeah, but no. I think something is off. Let's I'm gonna consider it, but before we add another dependency, we really have to figure out what is going on, because something is definitely weird. So, is it creating the workspace or is it not? Yeah, but the parent folder should be created, because Mac OS, or the temp dir in Mac OS works differently. If you look at the screen here, right? Const OS equals require OS, right? Mac OS will give you some /var private, /private blah blah blah, right? OSS temp dir. Let's look at it. You see here, this is what Mac OS does. And if we do const fs equals to require fs dot exists, I think we can do that, right? Exist sync. Yeah, you see, right? So if we say fs dot make dir sync, and then no id, and we can ask. Yeah, you see, so we are creating a directory. So the top level directory should be existing. The temp directory of macOS is generated by the operating system, and then we create our directory after, and then we start writing files into that directory. So something else is wrong, because everything is relative to the workspace. So something is off. If we use the make dir thing, it's not going to fix the root problem. We have to figure out what is the problem. So here we are doing this logic works. We can see the Boolean values being returned. So workspace is correct. So we need to inspect it and verify it's correct, right? That's why we need to console log this workspace thing and take a look at it from. So I know it's very tedious and manual, but we still need to check that this stuff works all the time. So let's get back here and look closer at it again. It's kind of painful that we have to upload, but yeah, that's whatever. So if we go back to VS Code, yeah, I have unit tests, but some things are just hard to test, like the file system stuff. What is going on there? I don't think it logged it. Yeah, I should do that. I think I know. Oh, my bad, mobile, my bad. The is cloze, the code is never triggered. It never creates anything. Because is cloze is, we need to update the UI. So we need to update the UI. So let's let's go to the upload page, and we're gonna add it, but I just have to think. Const cloze equals to self.settings is cloze, like that, and we need to figure out. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I'm just thinking. In the upload page, I haven't really looked at this in a while. I may have some water. So we can just add a checkbox for now. Or maybe, let's not add a checkbox. Let's add here. Actually, let's change the flip mode to card type. So hopefully this is not going to break anything, but we'll try it and see. Just globally rename without inspection. That's a good idea. Yeah. So we're going to add a new thing here, a new option, and we're going to call that cloze. And then we're going to say cloze deletion. There. And let's look at the code and find everything that says flip. We're going to change that to cloze. No, this one is nope. Yes. I don't like that. Flows, yeah, you can call it that. Flip. Card type to flip. Yeah, we need to update the docs to do mention cloze. Card type okay, cool. And I think we're gonna do the same there. Flip mode is gonna be card type. I'm really not reading this stuff. I'm just eyeballing it, mobile. I have no idea. Something is gonna break in here. I'm so sure about it. So let's double check the is cloze variables. Self.settings is cloze. And the way we're going to figure out if it's closed is we're going to go all the way here to the constructor, and we're going to say if, no, not this constructor, this constructor. So we removed Markdown support. That's why it's checking it in case old users upload Markdown. Self-settings dot is cloze equals to self dot settings dot flip, like card type. That's what we call it, right? Upload page. card type. There's no flip anymore in here. It's just card type. And the card type is going to be of type close deletion. So let's do it for both, and it was close. So this is how we know it's close, and that's going to be the default behavior moving forward. So it's kind of painful for me personally because I use the close stuff too. Yeah, me too. I also have a bunch of weird. Do you hide? Is it a bug or do you have it as a feature? Why are you hiding it? The moment of truth has come, mobile. Let's see what happens now. Nothing breaks. That's cool. And then Firefox. Default is not a function. I thought we fixed this. Ah, maybe it's this happens to me a lot. It could be that we have some cached JavaScript files somewhere. Okay, let's see. Self.spawn is not a function. Awesome, man. We're getting there, mobile. We're getting there. The code is... what is Husky? I think we need to look at the build example. It's importing spawn. Like that. Bam. Almost working, mobile. It's almost working. Yeah, I'll check it out just so no. What? Undefined, undefined. Ah, it's the Python version. We have to run Python 3. The best error message we've seen today, mobile. Just one word, undefined. This is there's I looked at it. It's a Python 3 thing. So let's see. Let's see. The moment of truth has come. Yet another undefined error. The capital of Denmark is Odense. Yes, it's there's absolutely nothing there. That's it's just straightforward. Straightforward. Whew. Okay, I think I'll check out the Husky link and then I'll go take my meds so we can survive this pollen season without getting into the hospital. Husky can. Interesting. Kind of reminds me of Badger. I don't remember the name. There was a tool called Badger something too, which it does the similar functionality. Cool, mobile. So I'm just gonna go drink some water and take my all of the nose spray, eye drops, you know, tablets, and then I'll be back in 5 minutes. So we have almost done this. Just something's wrong. We have to figure out what the hell is going on. But mobile, I think you're away. So hopefully you're gonna be back, so you can help me figure out what's going on. JSON file doesn't exist. Okay. How about the directory does exist. So where is it being created? Deck. Oh. I think the problem is that we don't have a current working directory set properly. So we need to figure that out and set it. Let's see. Sorry. They're just kicking in. Hopefully the meds are going to take effect soon. So, yeah, also, by the way, if you're new to the stream, my name is Alexander, and here we make tools to help medicine students all around the world achieve success with their studies. So Notion to Anki is a tool which bridges Notion and Anki, a space repetition tool. Takes your notes, saves you hours. Check it out. Let me drop the what command in the chat. So you can see that's the GitHub project, and you can join the Discord, be part of a community of winners. Let's see. Hey mobile, welcome back. I was actually gonna ask for you, but I figured out what's wrong. I think the problem is that the script needs to set its working directory. So it can't find the JSON file because I checked that the CSS style is there, and if we look at the cloze create something something, it actually tries to read the JSON file, right? Read something. Yeah, so we need to... do you know how we set the current working directory in Python? Or maybe we can do that in Spawn. Can Spawn do that? Can Spawn change the working directory maybe? Let's see. Spawn. Let's check the documentation here. Working dir spawn Node.js. Okay. Yeah, I'm not just quite sure. Let me just double check it. So it's command first, and then it's gonna be arguments, and then the options, right? So let's change this to args, because it's kind of confusing, right? And then here cvd equals to workspace. I need to pass in the workspace. This is old, we don't need that. I think we can just write self.workspace. Actually, let's I don't need to pass that in as an argument. This function is not going to be exposed ever. I don't think so. Famous last words. So there, I think the moment of truth has come, mobile. Now we can hopefully upload this again. Another beautiful error message, mobile. Another moment of truth. Hashtag moment of truth. Yes, this is revelations in here. So the argument is Python tree, the Python cloze, and JSON payload, the deck name, the deck ID, and CSS style. It's still complaining about the deck name, so no, I mean the JSON payload. So that doesn't exist still. So then something is wrong with regards to right. Okay. We need to log this console.log writing payload and then the payload info. Okay, so payload info. Yeah, I don't see anything that's weird here. I just have to log this. So console.log is cloze, console.log settings, self.settings. And let's get back to Firefox and see what happens. It's probably going to be the same error message, but keep trying. Is cloze undefined? That's weird. I see. So I know what it is, mobile. It's my bad. So the problem is that we changed something on the client side, and the way this project is set up, it's really weird. We need to run yarn build. I have to fix this stuff because there's a front end and then there's the express server, and all of this is like just weird setup. So when it runs the deployment, it's actually going to be correct, but when I'm doing it locally here, you have to do everything in the correct order. So what do you mean? I have aliases. I use git add-b. Oh, sorry. Dear, can you see it now? Twitch just refreshed on me. I don't know if you can see the stream, so let me know. I'm still learning Twitch Studio here. But if we... I use GA to... so the question was stage this hunk, yeah, so it's git add interactive. I like using git add interactive. It's so much more safe for me. I don't want to lose any changes, and I make a lot of, I switch a lot of branches on a daily basis, so I just want to make sure everything is like properly up. What does it say this time? Let's look at the DOM here. Figure out what is going on. So it does say card type, right? And if we look at the settings here, we can see it says card type close deletion. Right, so I don't know if it's the same as patch. I have to check the manual for that. Can check it together. Yeah, it's the same. Cool, I'll check out the link. But first, let's. Why is close undefined? How can it be undefined? Ah, right. Yeah, sure, I can show you soon. Let's just first figure out how we're going to solve this. So the problem is that the is close. Let's change is close to a function. Def is close. And what it's going to do, it's going to do what we did earlier. Yeah, this is weird. So let's change this up to const use close equals to self dot is close, and now we can use exclamation mark because it's just one thing. And this is going to be correct now. Bam. Is close. Yeah, just wait one moment, mobile. I'm going to show it to you how I use it. It's very powerful, actually. The git add interactive, it works. Let's just, so this one is also use close, and I know I can replace it all at once, but I just want to review them since we're having so much issues with this. And we're not going to do this anymore. It doesn't work. If self dot is close. And I think I'm gonna change it just for performance. We need to save some, because we don't want to do this reading of the dictionary thing all the time. So self dot use cloze equals to self dot use cloze. Yeah, it comes from Ruby, but I think it has a different meaning here. In Ruby, I think you use it for functions where I don't remember. You have to look it up, man. Dangerous functions or something like that. I can't remember what the use case was. This one is not needed anymore. It's going to be set up in the constructor. So there should only be one is cloze. Correct. Self.use cloze. Sorry. Oh, the allergies are kicking in. Hopefully it goes away soon. Thanks. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I do. So, can you see the prompt mobile? Essentially, I like running the alias gs first, so I can see what's changed really. And I just want a high-level summary, which is git status -s, which is like really fast. Tell me what changed, just the files. I don't care inside of it. I just want a general overview. And then I use GA. And then I look at the chunk. This looks right. And then I type Y, which means yes. And this also looks good. So Y, enter. This looks good too. Y, enter. And you can see it's very powerful. You can do this very fast. It's like, if you didn't want this part, you could just say no, enter, and then it skipped it. But I want it, so I will run it again. And it just stages this for you incrementally. So let's say you have a huge file you don't want. You can use git add -p and then Q on the big chunk, so it will skip them all together. And then I also have another alias. Can show it to you, and that's called git unstage. You see this? It just unstage everything right now, just in one go. And then I can restage everything for you. There, you can see it. Yeah, so I'm gonna type. You can see how fast you can go through changes. You just eyeball them, bam, 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 bam. So let me add this. So it only works for files that exist on the history, right? So you can't like, it doesn't work on new files. You see here the question mark? That's why I always use git s, just to see what is stage and what is unstage, right? So if I create a new file now, touch a.txt, and if I check git, you can see it gives me question marks. So that's why I use gs and ga in combination. It's really powerful. I recommend it. And if we look in my git config, let me see if I can. Yeah, I can show that some other time. Let's get back to the testing. Yarn dev server. And once again, the moment of truth has come. Oh yeah, mobile, it worked. It seriously worked. It worked. It worked. I'm gonna cry, mobile. I'm gonna cry. It works. It works. It works. Let's look at the cards. No, it doesn't work. It created the deck, but there is no cloze there. None of the cards have cloze, and actually one of them is missing an image. So let's look at this image. But at least the files are being created, right? So we have to figure out what is going on here. If we look at inspect, it looks like some of the code didn't trigger. So let's look at the server and see what it did. So it didn't rewrite this now. Card type, and we are using the card type. Def is cloze, settings is cloze. Ah, I see. We have a bug. We have a bug here in the constructor. Self.useClose equals to self.isClose. We celebrated immature early or prematurely. There. Let's try again. Git status, git add, bam. And let's go back to Firefox. And actually, I forgot to say this, so I can just show you it fast. I really have to delete this one because the IDs are preserved, right? So let me, yeah, there. So if we get back to Firefox, we can make sure it's working. Let's see. Okay, convert. Now we got an error message. Hashtag, well, what was the hashtag mobile? It was hashtag something, I don't remember it. Moment of truth, that's it. So, hashtag moment of truth. So now it looks like it's rewriting it because you can see the C1, right? The parser is generating the C1. So something is working. The problem is the media now. So let's take a look at this file. And let's use JQ. So cat. Okay, so we get our empty media, card type, image count. But that's not correct. The media can't be empty. Because it has images, right? It has at least one image that I can see here in the parser. So something is off here. Media. Tech.media. Let's assign that to an empty array. Custom exporter. Console.log. Let's log this. Console.log add media and then new name. Yeah, funny. I see. The problem is that it says media files and not media here. So there's a typo. That's the bug. There. Add media. Constrel, blah, blah. So it's going to push the relative path, hopefully. Yeah, no, it's the absolute path. So let's change it to apps. Yeah, let's just call it apps. What do you think about my variable names, mobile? Apps. Apps. There, so it adds the apps, and then it sounds weird when I'm saying these things out loud. Add media, and let's see. Is there anything else? Yeah, we need to review the create close. Is it media or is it media files? Okay, so no, it's media files here, but it's media on the deck. So this should hopefully work now. Oh, but can you see me now? Does the camera work? Like it's Hopefully this is the one that works. Yarn. What were you trying to say? Oh, I'm getting super hungry. Really, I'm starting to get really hungry. Thanks, man. Thank you. I've been practicing. I've been spending time thinking about what is in the name. Okay, so now we have explicit dot media is undefined, so it's probably something we messed up on the imba side. So if we go back to the parser, deck.imba.media, deck something. Ah, I see. Self.deck, deck.media. What kind of database are you using for Gitbird? I haven't gotten around to try it yet. Feel bad about it. I need to set aside time and get back to Gitbird. Okay, so is it like, are you hosting it yourself, or are you using a managed solution, or a... So, there, open, convert. Oh yeah, this is... No, wait, I don't know. What is this? Ah, what silly goose. It has to be after. Yeah, sorry, I just fixed it. The issue was that I had it there, but I had to move it after. So I was using something before it was assigned. Oh, cool, I'll check it out. Just let's try one more time. Okay, now we get the status undefined. Mm, so this looks like we have an error in the Python code, right? Ah, I see, now I get it. Of course, my friend, of course. I don't know if you can... Let's try running this manually. So until we fix it, we can run it manually. Why didn't we do this before mobile? I don't understand why we were testing like animals here. Let's see. This, we're gonna preserve the quotation marks on these. Actually, the number we don't need quotation marks on. This one, it's also not needed. I think that should be it. Okay, cool. T error media. I think I can drop this one, right? Mobile, can you see this error message? This looks very good. Python int too large to convert to SQLite integer. So this is probably from our generate ID. So let's change it to 21. And then let's actually change it manually. So I think this is it. Okay, let me fix this up. Poor man's solution. Oops. We're just gonna run it in Vim. Who cares? Vim, and then var, bam, bam. There. So this is we're gonna edit manually, but where is the ID? Where did we put the ID? Oh yeah, oh my bad, I feel silly now. It's this number here, right? 14 something. We'll just change it to there. Oh yeah, close port. Okay, now I got the different error message. So I tried importing it in Anki, but it generated another error message. I think we actually do need the media. But I'm not sure it's a good idea to add all media to all cards. Maybe it's gonna do some optimizations if we do it. We can try it and then see what happens. Because it's complaining about the number of fields right now, so let's change that to data. Media. I don't understand why we have to pass it in so many places. It's kind of ridiculous. I should read up on the API documentation, but you know. Okay. What do we get this time? The problem now is probably that I think the issue now is that the media array, if we take a look at it actually, I think it's supposed to be just a comma delimited string. So we have to look closer at it. Yeah, let's see. Let's try this, and then I'll check out the links you sent mobile, and then we'll take a break because I have to take a power nap. I'm kind of feeling tired. So once again, moment of truth has come. Please work, please work. Doesn't work. Let's see. Python integer is still too large. Why is it still too large? I think I figured out why the media files are not there, but so 21 is too. Let me check something. Okay, so what's the error message again? Error. We're gonna figure out. We were looking at this earlier, but we didn't find a solution. So how big should it be? What's the max size? We'll just try 16 now and then see what happens. So before we do that, let's fix another thing I just observed. In the def save here, I think that's when we have to write the file. We can't leak it out here, so this is not going to be there anymore, because the exporter already has all of the info. So actually, exporter.deck.media.join. Let's try that and then see, because that also could work. And let's look at it. Prop deck, yeah. I think it's going to be exposed. Now we got a network error. Let's see, assignment to constant variable. I don't see it. Which thing is constant? It's not obvious here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream now, Mobile, and then take maybe a 2-hour break and then come back and stream again later. So maybe see you then. Thanks, Mobile. Thanks for watching, guys, and we're gonna continue this. I need to rest up, and close support is coming soon. Thanks for watching.